In this video, we're going to be looking at another tactical fixed blade from Tops Knives. We're going to be looking at the C.A.T. Stick around. Thank you for clicking on the video, my friend. I hope you find it helpful and resourceful. Let's get rolling. In the last few months, I've scored some really nice fixed blades from Tops from a subscriber who made a donation to the channel. Thus far, I've been able to review the Tops Tom Brown Tracker, the California Cobra, the Lion's Toothpick, and today we're going to be looking at the C.A.T, which stands for Covert Anti-Terrorism. And it's this solid little Tanto, or Tanto, whatever you like to say, and this thing is built like a tank. And of course, all the sheaths that they put out, the blade just locks right in. You're always going to get a good sheath and a good retention from Tops, in my opinion. Now you can carry this on your side upright. You can turn it upside down. You could put it inside the waistband, hook it up just like that, throw it inside the waistband. A lot of different ways you could carry it. This clip rotates, so you could even change the angles if you wanted to. I've noticed that it's a fairly comfortable side carry that doesn't dig in. It's not overly thick on the handle and it rides on the side pretty good. The closest thing that I've ever had to something like this, which was more of a budget option, was the Schrade SCHF 15. It's very, very similar to the C.A.T here. I got rid of the Schrade because I didn't find it to be entirely comfortable. I think this feels a whole lot more comfortable on my side. From what I gather, this is a heavily utilized military and law enforcement blade. The overall length is 7 1/4, and you got a 3 1/4 inch blade. 1095 steel, G10 scales. These are cryptic cyber scales as well. It's got a black traction coating. Weighs 5.6 ounces, a little bit more than that when you put the sheath together with it. As far as the advantages of this knife, there are many. It's built very solid. It excels in slicing and piercing, as Tantos are known to do. Whether you're in traditional hammer grip like this or reverse grip, you've got really solid control, good rest for your thumb here, even if there's still plenty of protection to keep you from sliding down the blade. And although I look at this as 100% tactical fixed blade, self-defense blade, it's also good for day-to-day usage. Meaning if you just carried one blade like this, you'd have all that you need in one package. I want to say this for those who have followed my channel either for a long time or from the beginning. You know how much I have always loved the Tanto knife. I've done so many reviews on this type of blade. It was a long time obsession of mine. But things change, and that has changed for me as well. That's not to say that I do not love this kind of blade, because I very much do. But a lot of my everyday carry blades now are a reverse edge knife. That being said, if you take me back in time to when this was my obsession and I was buying so many different budget versions of this kind of knife, I must say it would have been so much more worth it just to spend a few extra bucks to get this. This is built better than all of the rest of the, smaller, more compact, everyday carry Tanto knives that I ever bought. It's just built so much better scales, the handle, the look, the design, and just the overall solidness in general. There's just no amount of shake and rattle and roll with this. This thing allows you a firm grip, and it's going to hit real hard. In the past, I've done a lot of endorsements with regards to budget blades this size, whether it was, Schrade or cold steel, because I want everybody to be able to have a knife. Not everybody can pay $100+ for a knife. But when you hold this in your hand, you know that it's different. You can feel the difference in the substance and the ability, and especially when you strike something. Never underestimate the stubbornness and thickness of a little Gatorade bottle. It's the same with this tea bottle here. It's hard to actually slice these things unless you have something really heavy when they're swinging in the air like this. I want to go into a hard target and just feel the stability. Nice. Very solid. Now, if you're going to do this from the front, I'm just going to tell you not to do it. Front pierces like this is for soft tissue. But when you go in here, you can hit whatever you want to. Now, one of the reasons why I like reverse edge so much is I feel like I've got so much more power when I'm bringing the blade back. I do understand that reverse edge is primarily point driven, but when the point is in, you can pull back so much easier than you can push. Now, if you're in a piercing position, you can power assist downward very easily to give yourself some extra power. This is one advantage that the blade on the normal side has, is if you pierce this way, you can power assist with some good force. Now, you can always turn it this way and go in this way and be able to have the pull and to use those back muscles. It's just not set up that way. Nevertheless, I can't take nothing away from this slashing, piercing machine, because that's what it is. Now, I'm not an affiliate of Tops, and I don't get paid a commission to say this. I'm just saying to you that if you like this kind of blade, if you do, just from experience, I would tell you to save up your money just a little bit, and instead of going with a $25 or $35 version of this that you're not going to like as much as this, I would say just save your money and try to pick up something like this C.A.T from Tops. This is a very common design. It's a very popular design. It's what a lot of people are drawn to, especially people who like the Tanto blade. It's sturdy and strong and super thick, and it has a really nice look to it. So I would just say save your money and get something like this if this is what you got your eyes on, because you're probably going to get tired of some of these other blades that don't carry or handle as good as this one. But if you can't afford it, there's nothing wrong with that, because there's a lot of budget blades out there that are just as dangerous in the grand scheme of things. So I want to end with a question. What do you think about the C.A.T from Tops? Do you own this knife? Do you carry it? What's it been like for you every day? Do you find it comfortable? Are you still drawn to it now as much as you were in the beginning? These are the things I'd love to hear from you about. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.